Austrian Bundesliga season may have kicked off a couple of weeks ago, but you'd be hard-pressed to find many teams around the world who would pass up on a chance to host Real Madrid. Welcome to the Red Bull Arena this Wednesday evening for live coverage of Salzburg's friendly clash with the 13-time European champions. In fact, it's the second high-profile warm-up game to be hosted here in the last 8 days after Chelsea's visit and entertaining 5-3 win over the Bulls last week. But with a couple of league games and a cup outing already under their belts, the Austrians might well fancy getting a result against a Madrid side that has struggled somewhat this summer to give their fans reason to be optimistic about the new campaign. Zinedine Zidane's men get their La Liga season underway 10 days from now, so a confidence-boosting performance would come as very welcome indeed. What a fantastic atmosphere we have here at the Red Bull Arena, absolutely sold out. Huge traffic jams leading up to the stadium as everybody wants to see some of the biggest stars in the game. Players already in the tunnel, and we do have the lineups for you, and I can confirm that Zidane has opted for a very strong starting 11, even if he has left a couple of the big stars back at home. Plenty of noise, plenty of anticipation, and plenty of fans here, surely, who will believe that their club, does stand a little bit of a chance of giving Real Madrid a run for their money. They've got off to a flyer in the Bundesliga, having picked up maximum points from their 2 opening fixtures. They also got a big victory in the Cup. But if you are unfamiliar with Red Bull Salzburg, let me tell you that their fans expect to win the league every season. They expect to win the Cup every season. They expect to wipe the floor with everyone. Well, let's see how well they can do against the stars from Madrid. No disrespect to Chelsea, it's fair to say that Real Madrid is really another step up for Red Bull Salzburg. Really the biggest opposition that they have ever faced here on their home soil. And that's why it doesn't really make much of a difference that the season has already begun. Take a look at the lineups. Just a couple of changes coming after the victory in the league recently. And a couple of new faces as well for the home fans to catch a glimpse of. Koita signing this summer joins Haaland up front in a front 2. And Rasmus Christensen, also a new signing coming this summer from Ajax, starting at right back. Sergio Ramos starting in a back 3, we understand, alongside Rafael Varane. And the new Brazilian to the Real Madrid squad, Eder Militao. There the lineup in full. Marcelo and Daniel Carvajal providing a little bit of width for the visiting side, with Casemiro sitting in front of the defence. Toni Kroos, Isco, Eden Hazard, all starting behind Karim Benzema. The fans certainly not being short-changed. It's no under-21 lineup from Real Madrid. They're taking this seriously. They want to get a win after some pretty ropey results leading up to this point. We'll get into that a little bit later in this evening's commentary, but the players are out and ready to get this match underway. Let's hope it's going to be an entertaining one. As I said, 8 goals last week between Chelsea and Red Bull Salzburg here at the Red Bull Arena. I wonder if we can get close to that again. The action is underway. Time is ticking down for Real Madrid as the start of the La Liga season is coming up. They do have one more friendly after today's match, as they will come up against Roma at the Olympic Stadium. That's on Sunday. And because of the close proximity of that friendly, and you could argue that Roma are perhaps a slightly bigger draw, slightly tougher opponent than Red Bull Salzburg. But today we would see a rather weakened team. But this man, who needs no introduction, has decided to put out many of his big guns. As for who has been left behind, well, Luka Modric hasn't travelled with the squad. Mariano Diaz is also going to be watching this one from home. And I'm sure if you have been following any transfer news this summer, you'll know all about the predicament of Gareth Bale and James Rodriguez, also not to be involved today. A bit of a lunge that the home fans don't take too kindly to. And by a man who does tend to divide opinion. Minamino certainly getting caught on the ankle there. And a stern look from the boss, Jesse Marsch, his first season in charge here. No card for Sergio Ramos, just a warning. This is a friendly after all. Hopefully that will be the first and last somewhat dodgy tackle that we see today. Good pressure being put on the visiting defence. Should go without saying that the Salzburg players will have more match fitness. They should be sharper than Real Madrid, even if you take into account the arguable gulf in class in terms of technical ability. And they certainly seem up for it as well. Good bit of closing down from the new man, Rasmus Christensen. 22-year-old right back, joining from Ajax this summer for €5 million. I feel he's going to have his work cut out for him on this near side, with Benzema just hugging this touchline at the moment. It's a foul by Casemiro. Marcelo. Chinked into the feet of Benzema, laid off to Isco. And that is overcooked and will not be kept in play. And the Spaniard Isco did struggle last season with a persistent back injury that ended the campaign with a run in the first team and a few sub-appearances. This is Hazard, the man they finally have got at the club. Casemiro, not a man in the team to get you goals, but why not have a pop? Quick touch for the new man, eager to bed in as quickly as possible, the 21-year-old Eder Militao. One of a host of expensive signings by Zidane this summer. They certainly haven't been shy in opening their wallets. All in all, spending 300 million euros to bring in new players. But there he was just a spectator watching on as the ball goes straight across the face of the goal. Militao fortunate there that nobody was coming in at the far post. Nicely worked by the home team. This is Toni Kroos. Casemiro surrounded by red shirts and gets a little bit of a bump for his troubles. Carvajal with a bit of space to work with on the right, but lack of support. And maybe an opportunity here for the home team to push forward. Ramelow. Well, that's an awkward coming together, and both players have gone down in a heap here. And the medical staff racing onto the pitch, as that did seem to be a very awkward coming together. Again, Sergio Ramos involved. That's a nasty knock. Ramos has stayed down here. The Salzburg man, Sergio Goita, is already back on his feet. That's a very good sign, and now Sergio Ramos is also up onto his feet. And neither of the coaches will take any risks today. It is a friendly. If they see any need to take somebody off, even just as a precaution, they will not hesitate in doing so. Looking down on the touchline in front of our position, I can tell you there's no ill feeling between the two players. A quick high five as they both trot back onto the pitch. And that could have been a lot worse. One back here by Red Bull Salzburg. It's a busy penalty area and snatching at the shot. Really, they should have done better there. Not quite up, winning back position. Immediately after coming onto the pitch, it ends up at the feet of Minamino. And considering he has scored in every single game that he's been involved in this season, 3 goals in 3 matches, perhaps I would have expected a little bit more quality with his finish. Now some defensive work for the hosts to do. Carvajal with Isco on the right. That seemed to be a little bit late, but the referee had a good view. He's happy for play to continue. Salzburg can't make the most of a possible break. Good tempo to the opening proceedings here as we come up to 10 minutes played. Very lively encounter. That's what this man wants to see. Wants to see a bit of energy, wants to see a bit of desire. He wants to see an upturn in performances. As I said, it's not been the greatest pre-season for Real Madrid. They opened it with a tour of the United States with a 3-1 loss against German opponents, Bayern Munich. They scramble away, and now they could break here. Hazard over the halfway line. He's only got Benzema as support on the far left, but well, he had too much to do, and now he's gone down. Brilliantly defended by Salzburg as they turn defence into attack very quickly, only to lose possession themselves. Hazard is back walking, but he's hobbling around in the centre circle. I'll keep an eye on that one. I'll let you decide whether that was a little bit late from Sergio Ramos. No video assistant referee at the moment in Austria. Surely it's only a matter of time. That said, not too sure we'll see that packed out for friendly games in the summer. Real Madrid did pick up a victory against Arsenal in the next stop of their America tour in Maryland. It was on penalties after 2 goals apiece. Real were 2-0 down at half-time and a man down after 10 minutes after Nacho was sent off a handball on the goal line. Goals back from Asensio and Gareth Bale. Socrates was also sent off for Arsenal later off in the game. And Real, as I said, went on to win on penalties. But after that came their most miserable result, and that was defeat at the hands of their arch-rivals, Atletico. In New Jersey, 7 goals they conceded. They were 5-0 down at half-time, and they only put in 3 themselves after the break. Absolutely miserable performance, an absolutely miserable result. Something that they had to recover from quickly. And unfortunately, it didn't come for Real Madrid as they went to the Audi Cup, lost to Tottenham Hotspur, the Champions League finalists. They had to go into the 3rd place playoff. But they're looking sharper here. They get a shot away, and how did that not go in from Karim Benzema? What an opening for the guests. Best chance of the game so far. And somehow it is kept out by the keeper, Stankovic. Ali does brilliant well. The 26-year-old Austrian charging at the feet of the Frenchman. The resulting corner has been taken short. This is Hazard. Floats it to the back post, in fact to the near side of the penalty area. And everyone just looks over their shoulders to see where it's gone. Big price tag to live up to, 100 million euros. Eden Hazard responsible for 1/3 of the expenditure of Real Madrid this summer. He's got his dream move. Now he has to perform. Carvajal on the right, into the chest of Hazard. Lovely as he lays it off to Isco. Out to Marcelo, Cruz, and now Marcelo again. Doesn't need any encouragement to charge forward, but switched over now to Carvajal again. Well cut out by Ramelow. Knows out to his fellow countryman Casemiro and Courtois. And I think Carvajal knew that that ball to him was going to result in him being called up for being offside. Possession back with the hosts. Erling Braut Haaland there, a 19-year-old Norwegian striker, born in Leeds, incidentally. If you think that Minno's return of 3 goals in 3 games is solid, well, he has come up with 4 goals in his 3 appearances so far this season, clocking up a hat-trick in the Cup. Tidy defending from Ramelow. It's Toni Kroos to Varane. Carvajal. Militao. Very coolly across to Marcelo. Teasing ball into the centre. Easily cut out by Ramalho's defensive partner today, Jerome Ongwene. About the centre-back partnership for Red Bull Salzburg today. They've played every single minute of the season so far. Yeah, looking pretty mean so far this evening. Haaland, space to run into here. Can he get a shot away? He can. But it's blocked by Varane. Corner kick. But the home fans here took a collective deep breath as they saw that he could charge forwards there. Didn't really have any options, did he? He signed from Molde in January this year for 5 million. Given his start to the season, he is looking an absolute bargain at that price. Remember, just 19 years of age. Going straight into the hands of Courtois. The break is on, though. Stankovic backtracks to get into his box. This is Hazard, one-on-one, just like he likes it. And he can get his shot away, and that's brilliant from Hazard. The quality that you get when you bring in a player like that. From corner kick for Red Bull Salzburg to a goal for Real Madrid in a matter of seconds. And as soon as he picked it up here, Ramelow knew that he was going to be in trouble. No matter how good a start to the season he has had, no matter how well he knows this pitch, practically nothing he could do to stop that one. And absolutely nothing that Stankovic could do either. Red Bull Salzburg in an unfamiliar position, trailing in a game. Doesn't happen very often. They absolutely dominate in Austria. They are the team to beat season after season. An in-swinger by the captain, Ulmer, and it's a lovely ball. Way too heavy, though, with the header, Haaland. Perhaps he was already imagining the headlines tomorrow morning. Just needed the faintest of touches to glance that one on and change the direction, make it difficult for Courtois. Kept in play by Isco. Given no space to breathe, the Real Madrid players. That said, a little bit of room afforded to Benzema as he drops deep here. Now Militao. Benzema. Marcelo. He's got Hazard as an option and he takes him. Wants it back onto his right foot. That's a simple header clear by Anguene. It was only a matter of time before Eden Hazard made the move to Real Madrid. Worst kept secret in football, that he wanted to go there and that they wanted him. Is he going to be the catalyst to get Real Madrid back on track after such a disappointing last season? Finishing third in La Liga on 68 points. Barcelona claiming the title with 87. That was the gulf between the two teams. And really it was a club in disarray with manager change after manager change, and then Zinedine Zidane returning to the job that he said he wasn't interested in. He has been given the money to spend to overhaul the squad, but he's still not content. Some of the biggest targets have not yet been signed up, and some of his signings have arrived with injuries. Casemiro with the free kick. No trouble at all, though, for Stankovic. For the high press this time coming from Real Madrid as Red Bull Salzburg decide to play it out from the back, and they've relinquished possession already. The Salzburg coach Jesse Marsch was very, very aware of what this meant to his team coming up against such illustrious opponents. He wants it to be a test. He wants them to be challenged. He wants them to enjoy it as well, stating that he will get every single player he can out there so they can have their moment up against the European greats. Zinedine Zidane hasn't travelled with as big a squad. We won't see as many changes from the Spaniards. I wouldn't be surprised if we see the hosts change their entire 11 at some stage during this game, whether they all come at half-time or whether they come in dribs and drabs. Hopefully It will be a clean change. The second half won't be interrupted every 5 minutes with players coming on and off. And the commentators scrambling to see who is departing and who is entering the fray. Strong header from Varane. Time by Carvajal. Whiteout just couldn't get that one out from underneath his feet. He signed this July from FC Liefering, which does have a cooperation with Salzburg. Plenty of their players coming in from that club. He's awaiting his debut. I wonder if Jesse Marsch has seen enough already to give him an outing sooner rather than later in the first team. He certainly hasn't been shy putting his foot in, winning back possession for an earlier chance. And staying on the heels of the central defenders of Real Madrid. Haaland. Bit of space for the captain, Ulmer. A beautiful ball, and surely that should be the equaliser. It is outside of the post. The fans here up on their feet, ready to celebrate an equaliser against Real Madrid. Second good chance of the game for the hosts. But really, that should have been sunk by Minamino. He can't quite believe it himself. Teed up perfectly by his captain. All he had to do was tuck it home. I'm sure he's happy to have scored 3 goals in 3 so far this season, 1 in each of the games that he's been involved in. But I wonder how much a goal here against such opponents would mean to him. Brilliant work from Andreas Ulmer, the left back. And they continue to carve out openings. Real Madrid certainly not invincible this evening. Nicely won back in midfield by Benedict. Like 18-year-old midfielder prowling around. He's also featured in all 3 games so far. Ended last season as a regular after sitting out the start of the campaign. Christensen. 3 men to get past. It was always going to be tough. Now he's out of position as Real Madrid pull forward here. Toni Kroos closes the option and slows things down. Zisco dropping incredibly deep. Quick 1-2 with Toni Kroos, and a very poor ball forward, intercepted easily by Ramalho. Benedict lays it off. Well, one back by Ulmer, the captain. For a moment there, Rafael Varane looking a little bit rusty. Christensen Not the best of deliveries into the centre. And who's that tracking back to help out defensively? None other than Eden Hazard. And Salzburg have a free kick here. Again, the anticipation rises here at the Red Bull Arena as the half-hour mark comes up. The fans again on their feet, hoping for reason to cheer after this free kick. But almost certainly an option to swing this one in using his left. Soboslai, I beg your pardon, instead floats it straight into the hands of Courtois. Haaland again. Minamino. Cruz to Marcelo. And Romalo gets a good head start on that one over Eden Hazard. There's the chance that really should have been buried to equalise in this match. Takumi Minamino, signed in 2015 from Osaka, his city of birth. Came up with 14 goals and 10 assists in all competitions last season for the club. In fact, he has scored 10+ goals every single season since joining. In fact, of all of the players out there you would have wanted on the end of that chance, you would have picked him. With the way that Red Bull Salzburg have played this first half so far, you feel that he might well get another opportunity. And maybe that is concerning Zinedine Zidane right now. Now, it's clear when this friendly was organised that they wanted good opponents, but not top-level opponents. And that's no slight on Red Bull Salzburg. Austrian Bundesliga, not the strongest league in Europe. But they are a strong team, as I said. They do dominate season after season, finishing top of the league last campaign to seal their 6th successive Bundesliga title and their 10th in the last 13 campaigns. Now you can see what I say when I mentioned that the fans expect their club to get honours absolutely every season. Benzema, accompanied all of the way, and in the end it's well defended by Salzburg. Soboslai puts it forward. The flag has gone up for offside here. And I think Koita knew that when he struck the ball. Carvajal. 10 minutes to go in this first half. Real Madrid leading by a goal to nil thanks to Eden Hazard, a €100 million man. In the 19th minute, quick break after Salzburg had failed to create any kind of danger from their own corner. Benzema breaking quickly into the box here, a few step overs, Marcelo takes over. That's well intercepted, well read by Ramalho. Brazilian versus Brazilian. It's the Austrian-based man who comes out on top. Toni Kroos has come across to deliver this corner. And absolutely everybody is up for this, with the exception of Carvajal. A slap bang in the middle of Salzburg's half of the pitch. As the furthest man back. Drops nicely to Varane, but he can't get it under control quickly enough. The break is on here. The break is certainly on. But that one is just pushed too far, and Carvajal has the legs to get there ahead of the youngster Koita. Naturally, friendlies are a wonderful opportunity for managers to try out different set-piece routines. That one almost went badly wrong. Samaseku, a defensive midfielder, keeping things as tight as possible for Red Bull Salzburg this evening. He's yet to be selected for a squad this season. That's a lovely ball through, though. Slightly heavy the touch, though, from Haaland, and the referee waves play on. Well, some of the fans expecting the referee to point to the spot there. I think we'll have to take a look at the replay, something the fans do not have the benefit of seeing. This is Isco. Now brought out by Benedict. Casemiro to Toni Kroos. Benedict again in the right place at the right time to just keep things ticking over. Coach Jesse Marsh is down on the touchline, encouraging his team to push forward. The 45-year-old American has come in to take the place of Marco Rose, who has left for Gladbach up in the German Bundesliga. Former midfielder, spending his playing days at DC United, Chicago Fire, Chivas USA, also getting a couple of caps for the US national team. Went on to become a coach, was assistant coach of the US national team for a spell, a couple of other stops before joining New York Red Bulls, and then assistant coach at RB Leipzig. Now he is deemed ready to take on full charge of attacking the Austrian Bundesliga again, as Hazard ghosts past his man and really should slot that one home for a 2-0 lead. His second of the match doesn't come. Perhaps a bit too nonchalant in the end from the Belgian. And he goes past his man Onguena as if he's not there. This time, no final product. Eden Hazard was one of the few players at Chelsea last season to play over 50 games in all competitions. Of course, they went quite far, as I'm sure you are aware, in the Europa League, getting themselves more silverware to add to their bulging cabinet. Had a long, hard season chips in with 21 goals and 17 assists, playing everywhere along the front line, even as sole striker on some occasions. They will be expected to get that kind of return in the colours of Real Madrid this season. That's over. The players queuing up for Real Madrid. Not too sure Isco is the man you would choose to get on the end of a lofted ball into the box. Benzema, I believe, with the final touch. A sigh of relief from Stankovic, as he doesn't need to make the save. Inside the final 5 minutes of this first half, this is Casemiro. Just 1-0 for Real Madrid, though we really should have seen a few more goals, at least one more at each end. Free kick, Salzburg. Christensen can only find Marcelo. Benzema. Hazard, always available. Hazard onto his right. Looks to go for a similar effort to the one that got him the opener. Fails to get the curl this time around. Stankovic is toying with the idea again here of playing the short, and indeed he does. Antoine Berneda with nowhere to go. Ramalot also with nowhere to go. And the keeper ends up having to go long after all. Sergio Ramos. Back to Courtois. Seems to have shaken off his injury troubles. 35 appearances for him last season, but just 10 clean sheets. Let's give you an indication of how Real Madrid struggled at the back. We're hoping that this man can help them keep those goals out. Militao, though, as he's more interested in going forward here. Carvajal. Militao stays forward, as Carvajal doesn't have any luck at all on that far side. Ends up on his backside. The time is ticking down in this first half for Salzburg to come up with another chance. And Hardon lets that one run as he knew he was coming from an offside position. Wasn't tidy by Samaseku, but it was a job done as he thwarted the danger. Marcelo. Benzema wants it into his feet. That wasn't anywhere near his feet. Perhaps a second opportunity here. Militao, forced off the pitch by Minamino. Plenty to think about for Zinedine Zidane after almost 45 minutes here. His team could have quite easily conceded on a couple of occasions. Not particularly solid defensively, despite the three centre-backs. It'll take, of course, a little bit of time to get used to. Bringing new faces into the club is never easy, especially for the players themselves. Getting onto the same wavelength as their teammates and perhaps trying to fit into an unfamiliar formation. It's a work in progress for Real Madrid. But positive signs up front as Eden Hazard has been looking reasonably sharp. He has at least been looking very eager to get involved. Benzema also making a beeline for the box every time he gains possession. As for Jesse Marsch, I'm sure he'll be delighted with how his team has performed in this first half so far. Over large spells, they've been able to frustrate Real Madrid, and they've had more than their fair share of possession and openings down the other end. An excellent test, as we knew this would be for Red Bull Salzburg, and so far they're coming out of this match with a great deal of credit. But we are only at the halfway stage, as this will surely be the final action of this first half. Marcelo. Time for one more ball into the box. Benzema. Marcelo again. Benzema takes over. His shot is blocked. The break is on for Haaland. And that will be the half-time whistle. Well, a fine first 45 minutes for both of the teams. Plenty of talking points and plenty of positives for the sides out there. The fans absolutely over the moon with what they've seen so far, as it has been a high tempo, there has been plenty of action, there have been openings at both ends of the pitch. We wonder if that's going to be the case after the break. There will be changes. We'll do our best to make sure you keep up to date with who comes on and who makes way. We're going to take a break though here at the Red Bull Arena as it ends after 45 minutes, a 0-0 to Real Madrid.
Ja, aber wir haben noch keine Leitung, oder? Dauert noch, oder? Können wir? Ja. Smal Prevljak, herzlich willkommen erstmal hier bei uns. Erste Frage, Verletzung am Sprunggelenk, wie lange dauert es, bis Sie wieder eingreifen können?
Erstmal danke Und ja, es dauert nicht mehr lange. Ich glaube schon, dass ich diese Woche mit der Mannschaft dabei bin im Training und ja, ich hoffe, dass es wird dann vorwärts gehen.
Wie schmerzhaft ist das, wenn man gegen Real Madrid, ausgerechnet gegen Real Madrid, nicht mitspielen kann?
Ja, ist natürlich sehr schade, aber ja, ist halt im Fußball so, dass so eine Verletzung kommen kann und ja, muss man das annehmen und draußen also das Beste machen.
Wie machen Ihre Mannschaftskollegen das bisher in den ersten 45 Minuten?
Ja, ich glaube, dass wir uns sehr gut messen können mit denen und ja, stehen wir gut bis jetzt. Schade, dass wir den Tor bekommen haben und das war wieder so eine Konter nach einer Ecke und ja, also wir müssen schauen, dass das nicht mehr passiert.
Der Trainer hat vor dem Spiel auch angesprochen, dass diese Konteranfälligkeit wie gegen Chelsea heute nicht mehr zu sehen sein soll. Aber 1, 2, 3 Szenen, da hat man schon gesehen, dass die Mannschaft zu offen stand. Ist das so ein bisschen eine Unkonzentriertheit oder was fehlt da?
Ja, also es fehlt uns natürlich die Konzentration da hinten, wenn wir uns also hinten stehen sollen. Und ja, wir müssen einfach das besser machen und ja.
Aber eine Riesenchance auch dabei gewesen, ne? Minamino hat da so ein bisschen die Nerven verloren vielleicht gegen das große Real Madrid, oder?
Ja, ist natürlich schade, also den sollte er machen eigentlich, aber ja, werden wir sehen, was in der zweiten Halbzeit jetzt passiert, aber ich glaube, wir haben gute Chancen und ja.
Schnappen Sie sich auch noch ein Trikot gleich von irgendeinem Spieler? Wer ist Ihr Lieblingsspieler, wenn es einen gibt bei Real?
Ja, ich sage Modric, aber der ist leider heute nicht dabei und schade.
Sagen wir Dankeschön und gute Besserung, dass Sie schnell wieder fit werden. Danke.
2 Minuten damals.
2 Minuten, ja. Ich glaube, das ist dann auch okay gewesen.
Good evening and welcome back to live coverage from the Red Bull Arena. Friendly action for you here in Austria as the hosts Red Bull Salzburg take on Real Madrid. And what has been an entertaining game so far. The fans have turned out in their droves. It's a sold-out arena. Over 30,000 fans packed in to see the stars. And of course, more familiar faces from their own team. They may have to get accustomed to a few new faces at the start of this second half, though, as it seems there has been all change for the home team. Jesse Marsch, I think, has substituted practically the entire team for the start of this second period of play. So it may take a moment to update you on exactly who is out there and who to keep an eye on, as now their guests come out of the tunnel. And we expect there to be very few changes made by Zinedine Zidane. Led out again by the captain, Sergio Ramos. Well, here come the changes. And it looks like we are going to see just two players coming on. Number 6 of Nacho is held up. And it's Federico Valverde, the centre-back, who comes on. Well, there is Nacho, has been involved throughout pre-season. He has come on for Militao. And Valverde is on the pitch, but it's not clear just yet who he has come on to replace. It could well be Casemiro. In fact, it is the defensive midfielder, as now Valverde will sit in front of Rafael Varane. Sergio Ramos, who is now joined by Nacho. Well, the second half underway, and now the home team attacking the Nordkurve, where the fans sing their loudest. We're hoping that they'll have a goal or two to celebrate in the second half. And it's got to be said, Red Bull Salzburg gave almost as good as they got before the break. A couple of very good chances, the best of the lot falling to the Japanese international Takumi Minamino, but he was unable to slot home the simplest of openings after the Real Madrid defence had been split open. Now, let's do our best to see exactly where all of the new faces have lined themselves up in this second half for Salzburg, as that is a timely interception by Sergio Ramos. Well, the man who was steaming through there, the man with the number 9 on his back, is Hee-chan Hwang, South Korean forward, off the bench in all 3 games so far this season, getting an assist in 2 of them. He is the target for every ball out of defence and midfield. Should point out that none of the players from the first half have been replaced as a result of performing poorly. They all stepped up against such illustrious opposition and can all hold their heads with pride. But it's Koita and Haaland who have made way. We will see in just a moment who will be joining Hwang up front. And first, a little bit of work for the new man between the sticks to do, Carlos Miguel Coronel. Easily headed clear by the home team. That header by Patson Daka, 20-year-old forward, who will be joining Hwang up front. I'm not too sure if you've been keeping tabs on the ages that I've been giving the players. Red Bull Salzburg do have a very young squad indeed. Haaland and Koita starting the game, 19 years of age each. Replaced by a 20-year-old and a 23-year-old. Patson Daka, the 20-year-old, played a bit role last season with just 9 starts. Plenty of promise. A man named African Youth Player of the Year in 2017. ball forward to Hudson Daka. Intercepted by Sergio Ramos. Daka with a touch and onto the chest. This time too heavy and may have left his foot in there. He has caught Rafael Varane. He's going to get a ticking off from the referee. Robert Schürgenhofer hasn't had a great deal to do today, but that does require addressing. No lasting damage for Varane. The last thing that Zinedine Zidane needs is further players being added to the injury list. Isco bundled over. There, the man with the 4 on his back, Ashimeru, a Ghanaian central midfielder, 21 years of age. It seems that he will be taking the position of Antoine Bernardet from the first half in a more advanced position in midfield. As the flag goes up here against Eden Hazard. Score of the first goal, the only goal in this match in the 19th minute. A lovely curling effort after racing his way through the box. Quick look across the back line of Red Bull Salzburg, and we can introduce a few more players to you. At the left side of a back three, or is it in the left back position? In fact, it is the left back position. You've seen him just there, the man with the number 2. New signing from Liefering, Gideon Mensah. And he's joined by Mwepu in the heart of defence, alongside the 24-year-old Austrian centre-back, Albert Valsi. Slightly heavy, but tidied up by Youba Diarra. Another one of the youngsters on the books at Red Bull Salzburg, central midfielder from Mali, being thrown into the thick of things here. Here he is again. That's tame from Diarra. Yet to make a competitive debut for the club after joining in January last year. He has spent a couple of loans out from the club. As I said at the top of today's commentary, an opportunity for some of the players who might be on the fringe of the first team to stake a claim to be involved. Remember, Red Bull Salzburg will be playing in plenty of games this season. They've already got themselves into the second round of the Cup after a 7-1 victory. And they will be involved in the Champions League group stage for the first time, as the club is structured as it currently is. Everyone very much excited about the autumn and the draw for the group. Ashimeru across to Junuzovic, one of the men out there who doesn't fall into the youngster category. Number 16, 31 years of age, a veteran of the Austrian national team, although he has hung up his national boots. Calmly done by Enoch Mwepu. This is Mensah. Junuzovic plays it off, won't is waiting for a ball to come across to him, but instead his teammates trying to push through the centre. And it's Okugawa. As we've almost now covered every single player who has been brought on in this second half by Jesse Marsh. Okugawa got off to a flyer this season. He didn't start in the opening match against Rapid, but he came off the bench and scored 3 minutes later. But it's his South Korean colleague who is trying to make waves here. Hwang stealing away from Rafael Varane. That's the first booking of the match. Caught in possession. And again, we see a high work rate from the hosts. From the very off, this match had pace. And Red Bull have the luxury of having fresh legs in, I think, absolutely every single position. I think the only man who has remained on the pitch is the right-back, Rasmus Christensen. Every other player, I think, has been replaced. So Junuzovic is the man with 16 on his back. He will be in charge of swinging it in. Benzema defending in his own box. Junuzovic gets his shot away, but it's blocked. Well, they all want to go here, but not for the first time. Yuba Diarra doesn't catch it quite as sweetly as maybe he was dreaming of doing so. Here they come again. Mensah. Not the best of balls into the feet of Hashimeru. Sloppy from Carvajal. And again, as he allows himself to be dispossessed by Mensah into the box. It's just too heavy, though. Real Madrid struggling to cope with the intensity of Red Bull Salzburg. And that's a line I'm not too sure many would have expected to hear this evening. Christensen, the right back, advancing forward. Now space has opened up, but the flag has gone up on the far side. Just straying into an offside position. Patson Daka, guilty of just being a little bit too close to the box. Well, there's barely any rest here for Real Madrid. Nacho just holds on to the ball unnecessarily long to give his team a little bit of a breather. There's the man he replaced. Isco. First touch as he tries to feed it through to Karim Benzema. The big frame of Enoch Mwepu standing in the way. Now one more change is being readied down below us. And I can only imagine that is going to be a change at right back with Patrick Farkas, the first choice right back of the club, to come on to replace, of course, Rasmus Christensen, who has done his claim no harm at all this evening. His claim to get more first team action. Well, up goes the 43 of the 22-year-old Danish right back. Lots of energy, lots of eagerness to push forward and contribute up front. And certainly a sound defensive performance as well. He's yet to get on the pitch for his new club in a competitive fixture, but I don't think it'll be long before we see Jesse Marsch investing in him. On comes Patrick Farkas, first choice right back as it stands, never present so far this season, scoring a couple in the cup win. Feel he is going to have a fight on his hands though for that right back spot as the ball goes straight through. A chance to clip it over the keeper, Courtois, but it is too heavy. Well, a chance out of nothing as the Real Madrid defence were caught napping. Patson Daka, what an opportunity. You can see from the replay exactly what he was trying to do. An all-post, another opening as Junuzovic gets the ball stuck under his feet. And once again, Real Madrid under pressure. Once again, Real Madrid looking unsteady at the back. Could he have taken another couple of touches, Daka? Could he and should he perhaps have squared that across to Hwang? No. If you had the opportunity to score against Real Madrid, even in a friendly, would you give it up so that your teammate could net it? I'm not so sure. Hwang to Daka. This time he does put it into the box. It's not the best of balls, though. And once again, the flag is held aloft on the far side of the pitch. An offside position taken up by the number 37 here, Okugawa. Started, scored and assisted in the win against Mattersburg at the weekend. It ended 4-1. And made it 2 wins and 2 in the Austrian Bundesliga after seeing off Rapid Wien in the first match. An hour has gone here, and it's going to be a change here for Zinedine Zidane. A couple of players brought on at half-time, and now Eden Hazard, scorer of this fine goal, is going to be given the rest of the evening off. Could be a massive season for Eden Hazard. Much is resting on his shoulders. And plenty will be expected of this man as well. Luka Jovic, another new signing. Not quite as expensive as Eden Hazard, the man he replaces, but 60 million euros, a cool sum paid by Zidane and Real Madrid to prize him away from Eintracht Frankfurt from the German Bundesliga. 21-year-old Serb, setting the Bundesliga alight in his breakthrough season. 17 goals in 32 last term. We're just behind Lewandowski at Bayern and Alcácer at Dortmund. Should be worth pointing out as well, in the Europa League he tore it up, scoring 10 goals in 14 as Frankfurt got all the way to the semis, only to be knocked out by the team that was, well, strutting their stuff just 7 days ago here in the Red Bull Arena. Chelsea, of course. Cruz just wanted to tuck that one in behind the defence, but was not afforded the opportunity. And out comes the second card of the match as Webu joins Rafael Varane in the book. Varane. Lovely ball down the channel to Isco. A quick look up. Doesn't get the ball anywhere near the two options available to him, Benzema and Jovic. Brought out by Ashimero, who is unceremoniously upended. The referee, after having barely anything to do in the first half, has now had to reach for his card a third time. The fans not at all happy with that challenge. Well, tactical foul, and very much worthy of a yellow card. And how's that for a compliment for the youngster who has looked very, very energetic since coming on? The 21-year-old Ghanaian, Majid Ashimeru. The only way he could be stopped by the Real Madrid defence was to be barged over with the ball long gone. I wonder if the Real Madrid players and Zinedine Zidane down on the touchline below us are surprised at quite the challenge they are being given here this evening. They do have the advantage, Red Bull Salzburg. They are more match fit. Their season has already begun. But really, with an almost full-strength team, at least in the first half, Real Madrid were given problems. Space available here. Nice turn from Mensah. No fear being shown by the Red Bull Salzburg youngsters. Oh, it's a lovely ball. And still, they will come at the 13-time European champions. Delightful first touch from Mensah to bring the ball down. Going a little bit wayward with his passing as he tries to find Junuzovic. And holding a very high line. They need to be careful they don't get caught here. Red Bull Salzburg. Mensah. Brown can step up. Sergio Ramos, I think, happy to have the ball at his feet for a couple of moments and give his teammates a rest. Practically relentless since the second half begun. Although the possession is being held by Real Madrid, they're taking their time on their ball. They're not rushing into anything. As soon as the home team wins back possession, as soon as they see half a chance at pushing forward, they are off and not looking back. It's not going unnoticed by the fans here. Forward by Coronel. Quang. Jovic. It's going to be brought back, but not for a foul on Sergio Ramos. Instead on the Serbian forward, Jovic. Wow, it's a sharp save. Practically one-way traffic in the second half. Shouldn't forget the quality, though, that Karim Benzema has. volume cranked up again, with the home team back in possession. Once again, an opportunity with Mugawa out here on the left, up against Carvajal. Machimero lays it back to Januzovic. A little bit too eager. Cruz into the feet of Benzema. Nice first touch, ball forward to Jovic. But he can't get a sight of goal, and he tries a cheeky backheel to get it back to the Frenchman. Well read by Red Bull Salzburg. Just listen to the crowd here as they are inviting their team forward for another wave of attacks. But it's going to be a free kick. Sounds strong against Wang, but it's one back. Machimero goes for goal, has it blocked. Mensah, the left back. Machimero gives it back to Mwepu. Fans want to see efforts. They'd like to see him on target. Patrick Farkas guilty of not testing Courtois. Maybe only a friendly, but the fans who turn out here every other week are not accustomed to seeing their team lose. Red Bull Salzburg finishing top of the pile last season by 12 points, losing only 2 games all campaign. It's worth noting that they are putting in this solid performance and in a position to have won all 3 games that they played so far this season without their top goal scorer from last season. Jonas de Boer finishing top of the pile in the Bundesliga with 20. He moved in the summer to Sevilla for 15 million euros, which is certainly a very big fee for the Austrian Bundesliga's standards. Work hard here for the right back, Farkas. Both right backs on the pitch now, booked, and a centre back for each of the teams. As the 26-year-old clearly acknowledges that wasn't the smartest of moves as Sergio Ramos comes across. Curious to see this season just how well Red Bull Salzburg perform in the Champions League. I'm curious to see just how well Real Madrid perform in the Champions League after they got knocked out in the round of 16 last season, exiting to the eventual semi-finalists Ajax 5-3 on aggregate. Just one of many very disappointing results over the course of a season to forget. The club from the capital. We've already seen this evening that Red Bull Salzburg do have quality in their ranks. They have youth that is clearly not afraid to attack and to play like their manager wants them to play, and that is clearly to go out and attack. Fans will demand the league title. The fans will demand the cup, although it isn't ranked as important in Austria as in other countries. They did the double last season, they want them to do the double again. How will they be able to balance that with the group games come autumn? There's no shortage of players at the club, though, eager to perform, as we've already seen in this match, with the team almost completely substituted at half-time. The ball comes away, much to the frustration of Real Madrid here. And that is brilliant play from Mensah, and the crowd really appreciate the shift he's putting in. Ashimeru. Now to Daka. Throw in. Well, here come some more changes. An introduction of Jasper van der Werf, who has come on for Albert Valgi, who didn't get much of a run out. He only came on at half-time. A centre-back to replace centre-back. And we've got Mohamed Kamara coming on, and he will replace number 44, central midfielder, Yuba Diarra. By my counting, it looks like only one man is not going to feature for Red Bull Salzburg this evening, and that's Philip Kern, the third-choice goalkeeper. Maybe he will be thrown on towards the end of this match. Isco is coming off. On comes Lucas Vazquez. And we've also got Vinicius introduced, and he takes the place of Karim Benzema. One more change, and there he is. Odriozola, who is likely to push Carvajal this season for that position on the right-hand side of defence. He was back up for Carvajal last season. He did get 22 appearances due to injuries to the first choice in that position. He has been involved throughout pre-season. Curious to see how much game time he gets in the coming campaign after signing for 30 million euros last summer from Real Sociedad. Almost every single attack now coming down this left channel for Red Bull Salzburg. Mensah with bundles of energy. Supports certainly being provided in the centre from Ashimeru as well. Vinicius gets his first touch. Slatko Junuzovic. The midfield schemer lays it off. Space in the box. Bakar. Now Huang. It's all a little bit too tight, and Ashimeru is crowded out. Now Vinicius got more of a chance to run at his man here. Junuzovic, perfectly weighted ball, but Courtois excellently positioned to intercept. An excellent ball for the man who now wears the captain's armband. Very sweet indeed, but Courtois, exactly what he was doing. Vinicius. Very poor ball into the centre. Easy defending for Red Bull Salzburg. Junuzovic. Mensah. Back to Mwepu. Free kick. Zinedine Zidane knows all about winning. World Cup winner in '98, European champion with France. A couple of years later, the side are leading at the moment. I think Red Bull Salzburg will be disappointed if this game ends without them getting a goal. They've looked far more dangerous in the second half. Maybe Jesse Marsch is just wondering the same thing right now. Bread and butter goalkeeping for Courtois. That's not going to test him, as the final 10 minutes are fast approaching. Marcelo. Vinicius. It's heavy, but it'll be kept in. Back to Vinicius. He barely has any room to work with, though. Mensah. And that will be the next yellow card. Out it comes for Federico Valverde. Not a great deal that the Real Madrid midfielder could do that. And who joined from Penarol in Uruguay in 2016, went straight into the Real Madrid B setup, promoted to the seniors last summer. Did get appearances in the first team, but he was limited to mostly appearances off the bench. I'm sure you'll take those as a 21-year-old. I wonder how much faith this man, Zinedine Zidane, is going to put into the youth players at the club, when he knows that it is going to certainly be a great deal of focus on his team next season. Results will have to come, and they will have to come from the very off when things get underway from the first match onward as they face Celta Vigo in 10 days' time. Slowing this game down. Very much aware of every time they give the ball away, it will be coming straight back at them as quickly as possible. A bit of a nibble at Mohamed Kamara, new signing from FC Liefering. An unused sub for the game so far. Junuzovic. Still Junuzovic. And still Junuzovic gets his shot away. Vinicius. Cruz. Oh, that's perfectly weighted into the feet of Jovic. Can he finish, though? The answer is no. A smart save. And even more smartly defended by Mwepu. As cool as you like. Good first touch from Luka Jovic. His second took him a little bit wide. Had a lot to do. Vasquez. Cruz gets himself out of a tight corner. Odriozola to Vinicius. Odriozola again. But it's not clear, it falls to Vinicius. And again, he takes just a touch too long. And there's no room for him to get a shot away, as this is a chance now for Patson Daka. Striding clear of his man, who can only resort to fouling him. And another yellow card, this time shown to Nacho. Sent off earlier in pre-season. And the fans do not like the fact that Real Madrid are resorting to fouling their players every time they push forward. It seems to be the only way that Real Madrid can stop Red Bull Salzburg. Excellent take from Patson Daka to get clear of Nacho. Still have plenty of work to do, but that yellow card is absolutely spot on. 5 minutes left. Can they find an equaliser? They have been running themselves into the ground in this second half, Red Bull Salzburg. The effort has been there. It's the quality that has been missing. Junuzovic. And it's rebounds straight into the path for an easy collect for Courtois. Big shout out to the fans this evening, who look like they are staying until the very end here. It's a bit of a nightmare to get to the stadium on time. It's probably going to be a bit of a nightmare to get away from the stadium, but they do not want to miss any of this action. It has been non-stop in the second half, and there's another free kick here, as once again Real Madrid resort to blocking their men with little regard for the ball. Valverde this time guilty of not getting out the way. It's quite a distance out. I'm not too sure that Courtois is going to be really tested from this distance. Again, Junuzovic stands over it. I don't think anybody is going to take this off him. Chance for glory for the former Austria international. It does not test the current Belgian international. Nicely struck, but it lacked the pace, it lacked the venom. It won't be the last chance, though. It surely will not be the last chance. Sergio Ramos. Gets it back. Toni Kroos. The energy being shown again by Ashimero. We don't have the running stats available to us for this friendly, but I'd be surprised if any of the players on the pitch, any of the players who appeared in the first half, have put in more of a shift and have covered more ground than Mayid Ashimero in this second half. Back again Two men forward. Wang. Oh, just needed to cut that one back into the path of Daka. He knew exactly where he was, his strike partner, and that would have set him free on goal. He'll continue plugging away here. Hashimeru again. For all of his energy, for all of his desire, for all of his will, he does seem to be just lacking that extra bit of quality that's needed to come up with the right pass at the right moment. But that is by no means the criticism of his game. He has plenty of time to develop, just 21 years of age. He only just came on as a sub in the cup to make his senior debut. A few more seconds tick down as Jesse Marsh wonders what could have been. He doesn't need anybody to tell him it was a friendly. He knew what was on the line here. An opportunity for Red Bull Salzburg to make the headlines and to give themselves an even bigger boost at the start of this season, which has started so fantastically well anyway. The performance, I think you'll agree with me, has really deserved a goal. They'll be disappointed to end this match on the losing side. Even more so not to have got on the score sheets. But it will be a match that will live long in the memory of the fans who have turned out here in their droves this evening. Possession given away though in a dangerous area. Vinicius hasn't looked sharp since coming on. And push in the back could well mean that Red Bull Salzburg are going to run out of opportunities because they're going to run out of time. Real Madrid will be in no hurry to get the ball moving again. Zinedine Zidane wanted a good performance. He wanted a result. Well, it looks like he's going to get the result. Not too convinced. This performance has really reached the heights that he will have expected from his team. Yes, it is still pre-season, but the competitive games get underway in 10 days' time. No more than a few defensive leaks from the Spaniards this evening. The positives are that Hazard got on the score sheets once again. He looked sharp, he looked interested. Benzema was a threat throughout. But a few of the other players have looked a little bit off the mark. And certainly in defence, there is work to do to get up to match quality. Anywhere will do for Sergio Ramos. 3 minutes of injury time displayed. We've got just 30 seconds left to play. Enough time for one more opportunity. Hacked clear by Marcelo. Mensah. Junuzovic. Back to the centre-back, Mwepu. And a chance to get a shot away. It's deflected behind for a corner. There will be one more opportunity for Red Bull Salzburg. Mohamed Kamara with the effort. No way to know whether that one was heading in or not. But they will take this corner. The last opportunity. And boy, would this cap a wonderful evening here at the Red Bull Arena if they can get an equaliser. Floated in by Junuzovic. Scrambled clear by Nacho. It's going to come back in again. Farkas. But that is the final whistle. No time left for one more ball to be pumped into the box as it brings an end to a thoroughly entertaining, friendly encounter here at the Red Bull Arena between Salzburg and Real Madrid. action throughout, more than enough chances. And really, there should have been some more goals as well for both teams. Disappointment for the home team, but I'm sure they will accept that they were up against solid opponents. And a wonderful opportunity, of course, for the players of Red Bull Salzburg to come up against some of the stars of the European game. Jesse Marsch stuck true to his promise that he would try and get absolutely everybody some game time, with the exception of poor Philipp Kern, the keeper, who didn't get on in the end. A match that will not only live long in the memory of the fans who have turned out today and supported their team vociferously throughout, but also for the players who will remember the time that they came up against Real Madrid and almost, just almost, got a result. Congratulations to Real Madrid. They get the win, but there's still plenty of work to be done. We wish them the very best of luck when their season gets underway. And of course, in their next friendly on Sunday up against Roma. And naturally, we wish the home team, led by Junuzovic here in this second half, the very best as they continue their excellent start to the new campaign, looking for more wins in the league, looking to progress in the cup, and then looking for the right results when the Champions League gets up and running in autumn. Thanks a lot for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the action as much as I did, as well as the atmosphere here in the stadium. And we'll look forward to catching up with you soon. Have a nice season. Good night.
Ja. Ja, am Ende eine knappe Niederlage gegen Real Madrid. Wie hat es sich angefühlt auf dem Platz?
Ja, überragend. Zuerst einmal bin ich froh, dass alles gut gegangen ist mit meinem Knöchel. Hat sich sehr gut angefühlt, habe keine Probleme gehabt. Fühle mich fit. Ja, das Spiel war, ich denke, Wahnsinnskulisse, Wahnsinnsspiel. Ich denke, ein sehr ereignisreiches Spiel, vor allem für die Zuseher. Und ich denke, dass wir ein sehr, sehr gutes Spiel gemacht haben. Leider haben wir uns heute mit dem Tor nicht belohnen können.
Was war gut aus Ihrer Sicht?
Ich denke, wir haben sehr gut gegen den Ball gearbeitet, haben sehr viele Ballgewinne gehabt, sehr schnell umgeschalten, leider noch im letzten Drittel oft. Das, was uns immer wieder zur Zeit noch fehlt, die letzte Entschlossenheit, der letzte Pass, dass der noch ankommt, dass wir dann wirklich noch klarere Torchancen herausspielen. Aber ich denke, das war heute wieder besser als gegen Chelsea. Man muss auch sagen, Real ist auch sehr, sehr gut hinten gestanden, hat sehr wenig zulassen, war immer wieder bei jedem Schuss, glaube ich, war immer irgendein Rücken, ein Fuß, Oberschenkel dazwischen. Aber ja, auf das geht es aufzubauen und vielleicht im letzten Drittel einfach noch ein bisschen konsequenter und noch ruhiger ausspielen.
Wir haben vor dem Spiel ja auch mit dem Trainer gesprochen, mit Jesse Marsch. Der hat gesagt, im Gegensatz zum Spiel gegen Chelsea hofft er, dass man nicht mehr ganz so konteranfällig ist. Da waren schon noch ein paar Szenen dabei. Ist das dann Unerfahrenheit oder woran liegt das?
Nein, ich denke, das ist das gewisse Risiko, das wir da nehmen wollen. Wir wollen natürlich die Bälle sehr, sehr weit vorne gewinnen. Dadurch entstehen eine Situation, dass man hinten teilweise, ich glaube, zweite Halbzeit speziell haben wir es sehr gut gesehen, 1 gegen 1 hinten spielt gegen die Stürmer. Natürlich haben wir wieder, glaube ich, ein Tor durch einen Corner für uns gekriegt. Das ist natürlich sehr, sehr bitter, das wollen wir unbedingt vermeiden. Das ist schon das zweite Mal. Aber ja, das ist einfach das gewisse Risiko, was wir nehmen wollen. Und ich denke, phasenweise machen wir es sehr, sehr gut. Und da geht es einfach, das noch weiter zu minimieren und eben noch weniger zuzulassen.
Klasse Spiel trotzdem gemacht, Red Bull, muss man sagen, gegen Real Madrid. Von wem holen Sie sich jetzt das Trikot noch?
Ja, schwer, da gibt es einige sehr gute Spieler. Ich glaube, jeder von uns, wenn ich da umschaue, stehen da schon Schlangen. Schauen wir mal, am liebsten nicht das vom Ramos, muss ich sagen.
Dann mal schnell los.
Ja, danke.
Vielen Dank.
Danke.
Waren ein paar Chancen da, ne? Jesse Marsch, herzlichen Glückwunsch, kann man sagen, war ein gutes Spiel über weite Phasen Ihrer Mannschaft. Was fanden Sie positiv heute und was vielleicht weniger?
Ja, es war noch eine sehr, sehr gute Erfahrung. Und ja, gegen diese Gegner, sie sind sehr gut mit dem Ball und Kombination und so mit unserem Druck ist es immer schwierig. Aber wir haben ein paar gute Momente gegen den Ball und wir haben viele Umschalten-Momente kreieren. Aber ja, wir müssen diese Tor finden. Und diese diese letzte Aktion ist immer vielleicht die schwierigste gegen einen großen Gegner und einen Top-Torwart. Aber ja, ich denke, es ist noch ein Spiel, wo können wir viel lernen. So, das ist unsere Idee jetzt.
Minamino, der hatte eine Riesenchance, hat er da so ein bisschen die Nerven verloren. War ein super Pass, auch ein super Zusammenspiel dann mit Ulmer, von dem der Pass kam.
Ja, ich denke, das war ein gutes Moment, vielleicht unser bester Moment in Umschalten. Es war schade in diesem Moment, aber ich denke, die erste Halbzeit war intensiv, ja, und wichtig für uns. Wir können nicht in jeder Champions League spielen, machen 25 Spiele auf dem Platz. So, ja, wir müssen topfit sein und ja, sehr intelligent mit Taktik auch. Ja. Wenn ein Spieler ist ein bisschen spät oder nicht in die richtige Lage für unsere Taktik gegen den Ball und mit dem Ball, dann ist es immer gefährlich für die Gegner. Aber ja, ich denke, in diese zwei Spiele, wir haben gut gespielt und dieses Spiel war ein Schritt vorwärts von dem letzten Chelsea-Spiel. So, ja.
Jesse, wir haben vor dem Spiel auch gesprochen, da haben Sie gesagt, naja, gegen Chelsea, da war man bei Kontern anfällig. Heute, wenn man auch das 0:1 sieht, da war es eine ähnliche Situation aus einer eigenen Ecke, wo das Gegentor dann gefallen ist mit einem langen Ball. Ist das Unerfahrenheit dann noch oder was fehlt da?
Ja, so dieser Moment war ja auf unser Offensiveckball, so das ist nicht gut. Die Gegner hat ein paar andere Chancen in der ersten Halbzeit, das normalerweise vielleicht sie haben ein Tor. Aber ja, ich denke wieder, es war ein Schritt vorwärts. Wir waren ein bisschen kompakter und wir haben nicht so viel große Chance zu den Gegnern gegeben. So diese Sachen sind gut für uns.
Dankeschön.
Okay.